Relics Radio, your favorite weekly podcast dedicated to the metal detecting and treasure hunting community. Here are your hosts, Ken from Adventures in Dirt and Tony from 5280 Adventures.
Radio Wednesday night here on Relics Radio. Welcome everybody. I'm glad to see everyone tuning out tonight. It's going to be a great show. Let me bring in my co-host. You guys know him, Matt. It's my buddy Tony from 5280 Adventures.
Good morning.
Wednesday night, going to be a good show tonight.
This is going to be an awesome show. There's going to be I'm losing my mind. I'm thinking about tonight. There's going to be some surprises. There's going to be some misdirection. This is going to be an awesome show. If you guys are joining us right now, we got a whole bunch of, holy cow, we got the live chat's just cruising tonight.
Is it?
If you guys are with us early, man, stay with us. We're going to meet some cool people. We're going to do some giveaways, and you guys got to be in the live chat to be eligible to win some giveaways. So stick with us. Blow up that chat. You guys have conversations and all that stuff, and it's gonna be a good one. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm busy, still busy. Yeah, we might even give away some clues to a treasure hunt tonight.
What?
Yeah, we got so much stuff to talk about. The community's banging right now. Weather's changing. Like, it's time to get out, time to put the research away and go hit all the places. Man, you and I have got a lot of places to go, but I'm getting excited, man. It's that time of year.
Wanted to mention real quick, I know we're going to get to the people in chat, but Ill Digger said, is this Kenflix?
We need to start changing that to Kenflix or something for sure.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, they're going to start changing that. I think they need to change their name.
They do. If they want to make a profit, they obviously needed to change it. So.
And everyone that didn't tune in last week has no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Kenflix?
That's it.
All right, let's get over to the chat real quick. Old Pilone. Look at that.
Hey, Old Pilone. Good to
Came
see
in
you.
at 11:45 Mountain Standard Time this morning to say ready.
We are ready.
That's right.
That is really ready.
I know. That was way ready. Hey, how about Scott McElroy?
No. Ready, Freddie?
McClory.
McClory. Debbie McClory.
I'm sure that wasn't the first time that name's been screwed up.
Yep.
Ed from Flash in the Pan. Welcome on, Ed. Good to see you here. Always got the eyes. He's peeking around, snooping on us.
Yep. Welcome.
Andrew's Adventures. Look at it. Is this not the best? Right here for Casey. Best digging tools on the planet. 100% customizable and made in Utah, USA.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Absolutely. We're going to have Casey on here pretty soon. I know you guys are here to find out all about Casey and what he's got going on with the shovels.
There's some great shovels, man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. How about the Dirty Money Lover?
That's right. Tim, Mr. Ill Digger. Good to see you. Okay. So explain this to us, Lurker Troy. Like, somebody said they came over to 5280 Adventures. I wonder if my stream's having problems.
This was a while ago. This was over a half hour ago.
I
think we're doing all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You never know, right? Once you push that button, you just don't know. It's like rolling dice.
Well, we've been booted before. We had no clue. So 2 times, right? We've gotten booted twice.
We have. We're just the rebels.
So,
we're like outlaws.
Yeah, something like that.
Community. Shoot.
Hey, Nick from Thin Blue Digger saying, good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Like your hats, Nick. Check it out.
Yeah, check that out. Yeah, see?
Ching.
Detect SD. It's going to be a good one when the waiting room is stacked. He's right. We got a lot of people here waiting for us to get through this. Let's start zipping. We got Bill Hayes.
Bill.
Good to have Bill on. How about this one? The Bad Idea Lab.
Boy, I like that. Sounds like a band. Is that a band?
Ooh.
Like a band. Yeah. Goes along with Masters of Metal.
There we go. Oh, yeah. The 2 of them battle the bands right there.
Patty D.
Welcome in, Patty.
Good to see Patty.
How about Larry Stevens from Tennessee?
Haven't seen you in a while. Bug Tussle.
Yeah.
What's up, Larry? Good to see you. Still have to have him on.
I know. I agree. We say that every time we see his name.
Yeah.
Robert Thompson says, howdy. Let's see. Moving on down. We're almost through it. Full Metal Digger, David Rose.
Grubby worm killers.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Oh, I'm thinking Jedi. Oh, we're both trying to put it up. Sorry.
That's
I need to
right.
leave my hands off the mouse.
You're good. You're good.
Every time I see that, man, I'm just like, I got to do the sound effects.
What you think about Relic Jedi?
Yeah.
Hey, want to say hi to Teresa, the treasure hunter. She's
hello,
gracing us tonight with her presence. Love having Teresa in the chat.
Absolutely. Hello, Teresa.
We got Metal Detecting Noko.
I've heard of that guy. I've heard of him.
I think his name's Michael.
Yeah,
Michael?
yeah. I think we may have met him a time or two.
Yeah, he's got a cool hat. Did you see he's doing the aeration now in people's yards? He's like, he walks up to them and, hey, I don't want to just put, dig one hole in your yard. Do you mind if I dig like 12,000 holes in your yard?
Right. Looks
I asked him if he was replacing all the plugs that he dug. That's funny. Workman's Adventures. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah. Welcome.
Lex Blazin Television. Good to have you here, Lex.
Good to see you.
Dave Cruikshank. Have to mention Hot Mess Fishing.
Hot Mess Fishing. Good to see you.
That's right. Cool. How about Yancey M? I think we're just going to jump to the bottom, man. We have so many people here right now. We'll be just talking about the whole night.
Showing up. We're gonna have a good show tonight. A lot of stuff to talk about. Let's just start getting into it. Let's bring Casey on for sure. Get ready, Casey. Here we go. There he is.
Hey, fellas.
How are you?
Hey, kid. Welcome.
Doing good.
Yeah.
Look at that backdrop, man. I like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's like totally perfect. It's a lot better than mine. Like, I like that nice solid background.
That's good.
You don't get lost in it. Perfect.
Yeah, you guys know the table dressings that you buy online for your. I just did that over a stick.
Oh, okay. There you go. So the secrets of videography.
That's right.
Backdrop. That's cool. You doing that a lot these days? Are you going to events and stuff and kind of trying to get out? I know you're busier than busy, but
yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I can work 7 days in a row and year on end because I'm not busy. But yeah, I went to the Show Me event in Missouri a couple weeks ago. Yeah. It was really fun, really cool to see all those people. I've got other ones. I'm going to go to the Moon Lake Gathering.
Okay.
And
that's Terry Carter's, isn't it?
Terry Carter stuff, right?
Yeah. Met Terry a couple times.
Yeah, he's cool, huh?
That's a Utah boy for you, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. So, and then, all the different stories, Sasquatch and Treasure, and they talk about a ton of different
Skin Rancher Walk and Skinwalker Ranch, right? And all that stuff. What do they call the Nephilim? The giants that they Nephilim, yeah, all kinds of cool stories, man. Tony and I had dinner with him one time, him and Gypsy.
Yeah,
how's that for a combination? Had a dinner table.
There's the four of us at dinner. That was an interesting night. Lots of stories.
We could have talked to him forever, man. We need to have him on, Tony.
We should.
Him on here.
Yep, his channel's doing well.
And so Gypsy helped me out in Missouri. She helped me sell shovels. So I appreciate her.
Come over and work your booth. Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of people come around. Gypsy's around.
She draws a crowd, doesn't she?
And she's wonderful. She's a wonderful person. Like she's
nice.
Great lady.
Yeah. She's really nice, and she's not. She doesn't exit conversations early. She is nice to everybody.
She's wonderful woman right there. Well, tell us a little bit about you, the Key Day Kid, Excalibur Shovels, and kind of what your story is. Give us a little rundown on who you are.
Well, when I'm not metal detecting, or when I'm not making shovels, I'm metal detecting.
There you go.
Yeah, that is what I do with my time. And I'm obsessed. I have a serious case of treasure fever. And I make the shovels to, kind of subdue it.
Just subdue
So,
it. Take
yeah, the thing is,
bit.
I'm so busy now that I only get out like 2 to 4 times a month. And, I guess I appreciate it more when I get out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just as soon as I wake up and until I get in bed at night, I'm working right now. But I like it. So, if you love what you're doing, then, you're doing something right.
Well, we really appreciate you giving up your time to come talk with us tonight, for sure. We've always appreciated your products and you as the Key Date Kid. I mean, we have a lot in common there, and just always love talking to you. So we're taking you away from making shovels. So whoever you're making those shovels for, we apologize to them too.
Yeah, I was thinking about saying his name, and sorry, but it went past me. But I'm just I'm obsessed with metal detecting. I love it. I think it's the most fascinating thing. It's a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. So it's super fun. And then I make shovels, and it's amazing the evolution of the shovels from my early days. I started about 2015, 2016. So in my early days, to see the shovels, how they've progressed and come to what they are now. And with all the research and development put into them, they're so durable. They just will last for a long time. And then show you guys this.
Oh, what's that?
I got a patent on my shovels.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations, man.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to do? Oh, look at that.
Like 3 years.
3 years, right?
For you.
A long time.
Yeah. So the Merlin is patented. The
Sir K.
The Merlin, and just different aspects to the design of the shovels.
Wow, dude. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. Because there's only one other one that because I had to go through all the shovel patents to show why mine is different from what makes mine different. And the only other business I saw that actually had a patent was Root Slayer out of Finland. So yeah, here's that.
That's cool, man.
It's pretty cool to see that.
Oh, dude, look at that.
That's great.
You gotta put everything in there. Took about
It's kind of thick for me.
Right.
So we've got a patent on them. So the Merlin, I'll show you guys a Merlin.
Yeah.
So we
Relic Jedi says, I dig my 40-inch T-handle, Sir K. Yeah, I like that. That's the Merlin. Look at that beast, man. Look at that, man. The Merlin.
That is great.
Show that serrated head again. Let me see. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Ooh. Now, how big is that in length and width?
This is 11 inches long and 7 inches wide.
Wow.
So those deep targets that the better machines are hitting on now, this saves on recovery time. But yeah, and then it's got the connection, the patented connection.
Oh, you can break it down and take it with you.
Yep, so you can break it down and put it back together.
Yeah.
And
so we need those.
And then this Chum Lee, David Chum Lee made me this shirt. Check that out. And it's his Prairie Pirates.
That's cool.
And then they got the flag here.
There you go.
And then on the back.
Yeah. What is it? Oh, cool. Look at that.
Excalibur shovels. Look at that.
Prairie Pirates. That's right.
Yeah,
You're digging out there on the prairie like we do, man. We talked about before the show. We have that in common.
Yeah.
You guys digging out prairies. I got something I can show you. I found on the prairie.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Better not be a Mormon gold coin, man. I'll reach through the screen.
Hey, that's one of the questions I'll
reach through the screen at you.
Look at this thing.
Oh.
It's a massive spoon.
It is a massive spoon.
It's a giant kettle spoon or something.
Yep. And then you can see.
Oh, it's got a maker's mark on it. Oh, they got
Beautiful.
actually stamped maker's mark. Is that a British spoon?
So this spoon I found out in the prairie.
Yeah.
Pioneers, I decoded
man.
those. And this spoon was made in England in 1809.
Wow. Okay, so people listen to this. People may be like looking in, maybe you live on the East Coast and you're like, what's so important about a spoon? Right?
This is silver.
It's a spoon. That's a silver
got
spoon.
The lion passant on it. And I think is that King George III on there. But yeah, it has the lion passant, and that means it's silver.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a big silver spoon.
And to that pioneer, right, Casey? That was so important. That was an important utensil, an important tool for them as they traveled from the east to the west, man. And
they
who knows what was
there.
They did in the desert.
Jeez.
And Casey, with his little coil, taking a break from making shovels, comes out in the middle of this gigantic world and finds that spoon 150, 100 years later, man.
I'm like you guys. I love chasing history and I love researching. You guys are obsessed too with research. I love to research, and I go through the old Utah newspaper archives and search the dates, and I've found certain things. Like I found a one of one things, and I've proved the history of it through old newspaper clippings. And for instance, we got this is a one of one known to exist trade token. How would I know that it's one of one? Because I've been the president of the National Utah Token Society 4 times.
Have you?
So, yeah, it's a metal detecting club. But the obsession goes that deep. Look at this, the Little
Puck Saloon in Ogden, Utah.
Yep.
Whoa!
And it's a one of one, only one known.
Okay, who is the proprietor?
Wow.
I know you probably know by now.
Yeah, George Wood, I think was his name.
There you go. I knew you would.
Yeah, and he was jailed for selling alcohol on Sunday.
What? You can't do that in Utah.
Bad boys.
Yeah. Those old newspapers, they even got your dirty laundry in those.
Yeah.
That's some of my favorite things about looking at old newspapers. Is you see some
stories.
They're so stories. Like in my old hometown,
it's the gossip. It's the old gossip of the day. That's how everybody knew what everybody was doing.
Yeah.
Right.
They built these old little homes in my old town at one point because there was a racetrack that came in, and they were doing like kart races and all kinds of stuff. Well, that drew in the unsavory element, and the socialites around town would post all these articles about we need to move those homes or the racetrack further out of town because it's drawing in an unsavory element, and you're just reading the dirt from the day, pretty cool.
I love the ones where it's telling, Miss Jones over at 14 Main Street's, her sister from Omaha, Nebraska visited for 3 days. It's just something like that. That was the newspaper. That's what it was about, was what was going on in your small little town. I love it.
Yeah.
And I was going through them and I found out that my grandma got fined $5 for driving without a driver's license.
You found it in a newspaper?
Yeah.
Oh, how cool is that, man?
And so she got fined $5.
That is so cool. Are you a genealogist for your family at all?
A little bit, yeah. And actually, like Princess Diane was my second cousin, I think. So, like, if you look at our eyes in our family, we have the similar eyes to her, and that little wrinkle next to your eye. It's crazy how when I look at my family members, we all have it.
Wow.
On my dad's side.
On your dad's side.
Just want to make that clear. Don't want to think that, the ancient Egyptian stuff's going on.
I didn't make that connection. It took me a minute, but
Right.
We won't talk about that.
No club leg for me. No giant jaw. I'm doing good.
That's good.
Yeah, Lurker Troy says the newspapers, they used to be the Crime Stoppers back in the day.
Yeah, they did.
Gosh,
right.
I mean, it's great. If people aren't using newspapers as research, man, you're missing out. on the fine details. You know, like the swimming holes, right? Ken looks for swimming holes on newspapers because it tells you, you know, we're meeting over there for a picnic on Sunday the 17th.
Yeah. Or sometimes it's morbid. Sometimes it's like,
someone
two boys drowned
over there, right?
in the local swimming hole, you know, and you're like, oh, but where's it at? You know,
where's the hole?
Where was that at? Sorry, boys, but where was that at?
Yeah, they actually out here. I wasn't in this particular ghost town when this happened, but they were digging up a trash pit looking for bottles and that kind of stuff, and they found a body.
Oh,
and it's in a ghost town here. There's some ghost towns here that were they say was Dodge City, Tombstone, all wrapped into one. Things got crazy out here in Utah. You know, there's one particular town, there was like 9 to 12 murders a day, and there's 5,000 people there, and they have all the newspaper. You know, you go through and it's like, someone got murdered today. So they would bring a wagon through in the mornings and pick up people and take them to Boot Hill. Wow, it was really interesting. But yeah, so they called in, and it was an old, late 1800s burial of somebody in a trash pit.
Wow,
man!
Wow,
the train station.
A lot of people,
that's in Wyoming, right?
It is.
Yeah, a lot of people would just fill it back in. They come across something that they see as human remains. They just will fill it back in and walk away because all the things you could bring upon yourself.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Didn't see anything. Don't know what you're talking about.
And then your time, you're treasure hunting, I don't have time to sit here and do this report.
Yeah.
So I promise right now I would do it. I would call and get a skeleton if I found it.
Yes. 100%. I call the police and notify and file a report.
I did.
100%. I really would. But yeah, it's the history's incredible out here. And in that particular town, water was more expensive than alcohol, which I'm sure you guys have heard in other towns. It's just you're bottling, it's all bottled and everything. And I don't know how Watt was like, besides like a canteen or something, or did they have like bottled water back in the day, or did they just have big, barrels?
They would find water sources. They'd put them in barrels. They'd put them in buckets, and they'd fill out little canteens with them, or just cups, and keep trying to find water sources. That's the main thing for the trails, right? They had to go from water source to water source to water source. So if you're like trying to research trails, I tell people this all the time, and you get these old trail maps, and you might see a stage station, and you might find the next stage station maybe 40 miles away. Well, those wagon trains could only do about 20 miles a day. So if you start scaling, right? 15.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do that. On the map. I scale it off of them, and I follow those routes.
100%. You're looking for those water features, an old spring or something, and you're like,
something in between.
Probably parked right around there, man, or close by.
And the funny thing is, if you go out and there's just a big open spot that there's no sagebrush or no plant life, there's a reason it's like that. And one very likely reason is it might have been a stop where people stopped and camped, or a stage stop. You never know, but check those areas. And it's funny because when I go into a ghost town, usually where you park is where everybody parked when the ghost town was when it was going.
Yeah.
Nothing changes.
Trail was a good route. It's probably the place you're driving.
Right.
Any place that you would think, we talked to, Tony, we talked to the guys that hunt for the copper culture and the fur trade. And they're like, look around, use your instinct. Anything that you think would be a good camp spot, a little bit high in elevation. Ancient civilizations probably thought the same thing, that'd be a good spot to kind of camp. It's near water. It's got some shade, or it is up higher at a little bit higher elevation.
Yeah. So I was doing that, scaling them out, and I found a spot. I'm all, this is going to be good. There's a spring here. This could be really good. And I ended up seeing those obsidian arrowheads on the ground. But I got a animal trap, one of those snap traps from the 1800s.
Yeah.
It's amazing looking. And the little step thing that triggered it had snapped off. So that's why it was left out there in the desert. And it was there, though, with it. So I got it all together now, and it's one of my cherished relics.
I bet.
That's so cool, man.
Did you ever hear Tony's story real quick of his little trap that he found? I don't know how old it was. Where were you? We were in Oklahoma.
We were in Oklahoma. We were actually with Teresa, the treasure hunter, and we were hunting her B&B that had a pond on it. And I got a signal and pulled it up, and it had a beaver head, I think, still in it.
Head or leg bone or something?
Leg or something like that, yeah. But I mean, it was older. It was probably
in the closed trap. Yeah. So it had sprung.
Yeah, killed it, and then whatever after
animals
that. Yeah, it was still
apart,
inside there. Yeah. I think it was the jar, the top of the jar or something, because we left it on the property for the land. We wouldn't have left just a leg. I mean, you couldn't identify a leg. It definitely was a head, or maybe we found the head next to it or something. But yeah, it was.
We didn't put it in the bed, like underneath the pillow or anything.
It wasn't the Godfather kind of thing.
It wasn't.
See, and that's the thing. You never know. It's the story is figured out as the day goes on, and you just never know. You never know. You can run into a trap like a beaver head.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes you know the story of the location, but you may not understand or know the exact story of the relic, which just makes it. I mean, you can infer a lot of things based on what research you've done. And what I was going to mention was, I'm glad that you said that, Utah, the West area, us in the Rocky Mountains, there is a lot of history out here that a lot of people don't know about and understand and remember because it's not taught. They don't teach us all the details. They said, in the 49ers, they went across to California.
That's what you hear.
And they leave out everything that happened from point A to point B.
Yeah.
And we're lucky enough that we get to do that research and actually recover and bring back that history from all those things that were going on.
Right. And that's what the research, when you research something, you find a new spot and you hit it and you find something there that's related with what you were looking for. It's like proving history.
Yes.
It's just so satisfying hearing these things. But the spot where the Mormon massacre happened, the club, our metal detecting club, detected it many years ago, and there was nothing there. So it's likely that spot is not the spot where it actually happened.
Yeah.
That was the Mountain Meadow.
Yeah. Yep. So basically Brigham Young said, hey, do not, let these people go on their way, treat them good. And before the message could get to them, they did the unthinkable.
They massacred them.
So his message got there and they'd already done what they did.
Done the deed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's that whole time period, you're right, Tony. It doesn't hit the history books at all. And I know that I tell the story all the time. We had guests on the show here that really turned my head around. Cause I used to be the sad story, we're in the West. There's nothing in the West. Not finding reals and we're not finding, coppers and colonial this and that. But I'll just take whatever I get. And I'm starting to this is right when we first became relic hunters. We were coin shooters and then we became relic hunters. And then we had guys from History Seekers on, man. And it was Scott. And he's just like, God, dude, don't stop thinking that way. He goes, do you know how important the West is to America? You know how important it is. And those people that push West, they brought everything with them. And left everything they knew behind. And so when you find a relic that was so important to them, that's why that spoon you just showed me, it thrills me when I see that, especially that had the stamps from England, and even that trap, right? That guy was counting on that trap, or that family was counting on that trap.
Mm-hmm. That's how they made their money.
And it broke. And where are they going to find another one out in a ghost town like that?
Yeah. And there was Henry repeaters all over the ground, the shells.
Okay.
So, we're looking back in the 1860s, 70s in that area, but I think it, goes back to about, the mid 1800s, 1840s.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So cool. Yeah. And I agree with you 100%. And when you said that, I was just shaking my head because have you ever done any gold prospecting?
No, because if I do, I will just be obsessed with that too. Like
you need another hobby, right?
Arrowheads or gem hunting.
Anything.
I'm scared of them now because I just would be obsessed with that too.
It's the same thing though. You do a ton of research if you're going to go gold prospecting to find out where you think the gold was falling out into the weak corners of the river or whatever, because gold's heaviest thing in the river. So where's it going to drop out of a heavy flow? Where's it going to drop out? Same thing. You do all this research, you go out there, you find gold in your pan. It's just like, it's just like that. Researching an area, going out there, you're way out in the middle of nowhere. Your fingers are crossed. You've done all this work, and then you find something that justifies all the research. Oh, there's nothing better, man.
I have people buy shovels for gold prospecting, and they have me reverse the serrations. So they cut when you pull, and they stick them in cracks and scrape out the cracks.
Crevicing.
Crevicing. Yeah, the crevices. Yeah, they use them for that in Washington.
Wow. That's a great idea.
It's a fantastic idea.
I have to say, I did see 5 Mile, his Bullseye canteen. As soon as I saw it, I knew it was a canteen. I just didn't know the era and the history behind it. But that was a cool thing to
Great
see.
find.
Really cool thing to see.
Yeah.
It was awesome. But hey, welcome everyone. We might have some new people showing up here. Welcome to Relics Radio. If you have never joined us before, we do this every Wednesday night here at 5280 Adventures. We also broadcast it over on Adventures in Dirt YouTube channel. And occasionally you'll see us on different Facebook pages. But yeah, we have different guests on every Wednesday night. Make sure you join us 8 p.m. Eastern right here on Relics Radio. Tonight we're joining with Casey. He's the Key Date Kid. He's also the proprietor of Excalibur shovels. And how cool is it, Casey, that early on you saw like a shovel is like one of the most important pieces of kit that any metal detectors can have. Your metal detector, what else do you need? You need a shovel. You can stuff in your pants, but you need a shovel.
Right. And people love to get metal detectors for Christmas.
Right.
And then January and February happened to me, and I'm working 30 days in a row. It's crazy, but I've learned that that's going to happen. People get the detector and they're like, I got to figure out how I'm going to dig now. And
that's so funny. That's still going on. I think the last time we interviewed you, you said the same thing. I was like, when's your big busy season? And you're like, January, February,
Yep. I think you said March, and now
I guess March. Yeah.
Yeah, and then March was really busy for me. You jinxed me.
See, I did it. So what month do you want to be busy now? And I'll say it. Just give me a month.
You need a break?
September.
Hey, everyone, September, you need to go over to Excalibur shovels. You heard it right here.
That's right. September.
We need to fill in his year. Dude, you make some cool stuff, man. Look at that. Tony's showing it on the website right now.
Yeah, this is the one that everyone's talking about, the Merlin.
Yes.
It's such a unique. Tell us how the idea behind this one came about. Because prior to this, I mean, everybody had a solid shank or a solid post shovel, and then as far as I know, in terms of at least the metal detecting community, this kind of came out, and I think all of a sudden it was like, why didn't I think of that?
Right. And when I hadn't seen any besides like some like hokey stuff. I hadn't seen any until I put my patent in under patent pending. Then these companies just so happen, because great minds think alike. So these other companies started coming out with them. And I was like, what the? And then, you're looking at your patent, trying to see, like what you can do and all that. But it's an original idea that I came up with. And, the thing is, when you design something, the beauty is to make something as awesome as possible and as simple as possible. If you can just make something super simple, then you can patent that. And if it's so simplified, people won't be able to get around it. So that's the key that I used with these. And there's other things going on inside of them that we've done.
Sure. Yeah.
And, they're packed with, not the Merlin is only the handle, but the normal shovels, the full shaft is packed with vibration dampening material. It's really effective. It's not perfect, but I rarely am bashing into rocks and stuff and feeling any vibrations. But if you get on that hard pan though, once spring ends, then it gets, you're using it like a pick.
Yeah. Boy, it can get hard, can it?
Yeah. But Treasure Fever, you get right through it.
Yeah, that's true. Once you get through that first inch, then the rest is just, it's butter after that.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're just like, oh, if it's good, it's going to be
get
great.
Through it.
And yeah.
Tony had, there's a story we tell. Tony had a brand new metal detector, and we tried to go out. We had permission for a stage station, which is like, right. Great permission. And we went out, and so we still had, frozen tundra out there. And we we're out in the middle of this field. We're getting signals. I think I had a new detector too. And we're both just trying to get through the ground. And
we were pushing the envelope to try to get out because we're brand new machines. We're like, we got to test these out. I want to get out there.
Right.
And it was like you needed a jackhammer to get through it. And I mean, we had really, really good signals, and you spend 15 minutes trying to chip away, and you end up giving up. And it's kind of, you're like, what the hell am I going to do now? It's waste of time.
Yep.
When it's not frozen solid, the ground, I love detecting in the winter. Everything's clear, everything's dead. There's no bugs around. You just have to put a little extra clothing on, and you're good through the day. I really have fallen in love with metal detecting in the winter, as long as it's not frozen, obviously.
Yeah. Up in the mountains where you're underneath the pine trees, it's always really doable. You know what I mean? Because the ground's still really kind of pliable. It's got all that pine fall in it and everything. So cool.
I actually detected a Mormon mine where they were mining, and Mormons didn't mine. They, Brigham Young would say not to mine, but to sell supplies. So I went to one I was detecting, and I found an 1853 half dime.
Oh my goodness.
And it's in XF condition.
My goodness. Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
And not very heard of here in the West. You know what I mean? So great find. Great find.
Yeah. The fever runs deep within me.
Well, I mean, in that type of situation, like, for us in Colorado, we had the pioneers and we had the people that sat on homesteads, and it could have been the Germans. It could have been, you don't know exactly who it is. If you're in Salt Lake City and you find an 1853 dime, 100%, you know exactly who that's connected to. There's no questions, right?
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
That's amazing.
And Salt Lake I love it downtown when they're doing construction. It's rampant down there. There's all these tear outs.
Yeah.
And I love tear outs because you can dig everything that you want.
Yeah.
And not feel like making a mess.
That's awesome.
And I mean, I probably found a dozen seeded coins downtown.
No kidding.
Jeez.
Just not tear outs and stuff. Wow.
Yeah, tear outs. And I detected a house that was built in like 1928 and found a seeded in the backyard. It's in the blackest dirt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty amazing to do. But the house was probably considered a mansion in the day. So they had money.
Sure.
And when you think about it, seeded coins, 1891 was last year. So, give it 40 years, and that gets into the era where somebody could have, because this thing it's worn, the one I found. So it'd probably been circulated for many decades. Yeah. Yep.
We found some that were recognizable on one side and then completely wiped on the backside. Like,
Yeah. Yep. Hey, so I was watching one of you guys' videos recently, and you found a ring, right? And Tony was saying that he like scooped up the dirt to try to get the rocks.
Oh yeah.
Or the stones.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta show you this. I found this with my AT Pro years ago.
Did you do it?
And I found it with my AT Pro, and I think it hit like in the high 50s. And this pops out.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
That is gorgeous. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh man, look at that.
And you can see that it's that late 1800s setting.
Yeah.
How they put that up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I found one just like it with no stone. Or maybe you responded to me and said, hey man, you saw my post or something. But look at that. Now that you didn't find it like that. Right?
Oh yeah, it had dirt all over it.
And did it have the stone in it?
Yeah, the stone was in it.
All right. Very cool.
Check this out. So we had it authenticated under shortwave and long wave black light.
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah, it's
wait, where's that camera?
It's hard to get it on the camera.
It's moving on me. Oh, I can't get it that well, but this baby glows like you wouldn't believe under this black light. Let's see.
Wow.
It's like if you guys were here to see this right now,
yeah,
it's the most incredibly red, beautiful red color. It's so incredible. I wish you guys could see how cool that is. You're like,
jeez.
And the gold still.
Any marks on the inside? What is it?
18 karat gold.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Man, that's incredible, man.
That's a great find. Wow.
Look at that thing. They say it's Sri Lankan. It's kind of got an orange. Yeah, it's not going to work out the light
Sri
there.
Lankan,
with the cameras, yeah.
But yeah, look at that thing. It's just suspended in there. It's so
That's
cool.
Beautiful.
And that lasted all this time.
What'd you say?
It lasted all this time.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And this was a tear out. And I asked people that were renovating the house. That's one thing is real estate developers, you befriend those people.
Yes.
And what I do is if I find some goods, like I sent a guy a couple barbers and a V-nickel, and he had a bunch of houses he owned for sale. He said, go to this one. And then I go there and find a handful and send him some, mail it to him.
There you go.
And then he had me going all over at metal detecting.
Yeah.
Indian heads, old Chinese coins, cash coins, soap tokens, Jap Rose tokens. Yeah. Just all sorts of fun stuff because of those real estate developers. And they're cool because they're usually doing so well that I don't think I've ever had one of them ask me for anything that I found on a real estate
That's
developer.
Crazy.
They say keep it all. Like there's one I found, a 1913 D type 2 Buffalo nickel, and it's like $120 in G. And I showed it to them and they're like, oh, that's cool.
That's cool. What else did you find? Looking past it, what else did you find?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the house was, there was so much there. There was so much. I found a spill with Indian heads, V nickels, barber dime, all in the same hole. And it's on a hill, like a really steep hill. So you could just imagine someone in the winter sliding and pocket empties into the snow. Yeah. And good luck. Because I came in the future and got your coins. But I cherish
we had a question about that ring. Did you verify what kind of stone?
Yeah, it's a ruby. Yeah,
it is a ruby. Okay.
Burmese ruby.
Sri Lankan.
Sri Lanka. Okay.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that pink. So it glows.
Oh, it's amazing, man. It's beautiful.
Super red.
Absolutely amazing.
And it's this is this is like what you dream of. Well, what I dream of. I'm not in the gold coin club though.
You will be, my brother.
Yeah. We were talking beforehand, and I know that we'll talk afterwards, but you're in the right area. I'll just say that.
Oh yeah.
More than in the right area.
Yeah. Yeah. And you get a Mormon gold.
Oh, forget it.
You're looking, if you find a $10 or $20 Mormon gold coin, you're looking $150,000 to like $3 million for one coin.
Yeah, I'll just take one. I don't want to find them all. I'll just take one.
Yeah.
They're cool too. They got the one I showed in your video with the eagle with the beehive body.
Yes.
And that one's incredible. That's my favorite one. But then they have the other one with the Mormon handshake on it.
Handshake, right? Uh-huh. Yep. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know about that because the history of the West and all that stuff. But yeah, Mormon had their own money and they had gold coins, man, and they're really cool, and they're from way back in the day. So cool.
I would love to just see one in person, because we can see them online, but to me they're still a fantasy. Like they're still not real.
Yeah.
I do want to see one in person, of course. It's just
I've held a few.
Have you?
There's one that Rust. You guys hear about that guy? The Rust rare coins. There's some big Ponzi thing that happened.
Okay.
But he let me hold a Mormon gold coin. It was $156,000, and it was in a plastic graded thing, right?
Yeah.
He pulled it out and let me hold it and look at it, and it was the lion or the eagle with the beehive.
Wow.
Body.
You're like, there it is. There it is.
It does exist.
Yes, and that's the number one thing I'd want to find is a Mormon gold, just because the history attached to it.
Yes,
just skyrockets the value.
That's it.
Yeah,
that is absolutely it. It's not just about the value of these pieces. It's the historical value that to me sends it way off the charts.
What'd you think about the weight of it? Cindy just said, holding gold coins, you feel the weight. And she's so right. Like feeling gold when you hold your hand, crazy, surprising.
It's like, you're like, this is a gold ring. You dig up a gold ring, you're like, this is a gold ring, and then you kind of just juggle it in your hand, and it's like, wow, this is dense. This is heavy for what's here. And that kind of authenticates it too. Yeah.
Tim Digger said, isn't there a square Mormon gold coin as well? I'm not familiar with one.
There might be, but there's a lot of, they did make a few different designs.
Okay.
For sure. But they were 1840s to, I think, the 1850s. I think that's the run. And then the United States said, stop making your own money.
Right. Yes. They had some choice and stern words for the people.
They were sending them all. They were sending them all back east. The Mormon gold coins, most of them went back east to pay for goods to get out here.
Sure.
But they melted them down when they got them. So that's why they're so
rare, right? Because of how many actually exist. Sure.
Yep. And then it goes to the Rhodes mine and gets links into that, and where there was gold laying on the ground, and this guy gathered it and they made the coins from it. But the thing is I'm sure you guys know, since you look for gold, you can find out where a piece of gold is from. Like
based on the composition of what type of gold that it is, right?
Yeah, they can tell you where it came from. So
sure,
the Mormon gold coins, they've tested them, and they're not from Utah and the Uinta. The gold came from Colorado in the Mormon gold coins.
Of course it did. Come on.
Of course it did. Everything good is in Colorado.
We're talking about getting permissions, or there's a landowner developer. We'll just call him a really rich guy. Lives up north here in northern Colorado. He basically owns northern Colorado. Like I'm not kidding you. You name his name, everyone knows him. He owns northern Colorado. He has so much land that has so many targets that I'm pursuing that I would love to get on, that I have been planning and scheming how to get in front of this man. I made a list of people that may know him, and I try to figure that out, and people that know people that know him, and develop, because I'm in construction. So we have that connection because he's a developer. One of these days, man, I'm gonna land that one.
Do you have your elevator speech ready for him?
I do. It's just gonna
you would.
Yeah, it's gonna take him down.
I knew you would.
One of these days, butter him up. And just have the biggest smile on your face possible when you're asking, and make them feel like if they say no, you're going to cry.
Yeah, right. That's a good one. Bring my wife with me and be like, honey, go talk to him for me.
That's right.
See what it takes.
Yeah, it's amazing how well or how nice those developers are. So it might be surprising, but some of them are scary. Yeah, they get mad that you ask. You're all, and they're like mad at you. But don't ever when somebody gets mad at you for asking permission, don't ever let that discourage you. Because I know people that it's like they don't go detecting anymore because they've got shut down so hard. And don't let that stuff get to you. It happens to everybody. and you're going to run into a lot more hospitable, nice people than mean people out there. And I mean, people have had me in for dinner, and then, you know, that one story I told you guys about last time, and other various things from the property owners.
Was it Jeff?
Right.
Jeff Plugmaster Ford always talks about Missouri and Mike whenever they go in a neighborhood getting permission. Mike always gets invited in with the homeowner, and Jeff immediately hits the yard. It'll be an hour or two, and he'll be in there having lunch, having some tea, talking with
coffee, cookies, tea.
So I went with my buddy, and I'm that guy that goes like, so this guy's like, hey, this is Butch Cassidy stayed here, da da da. And, you know, it really actually is likely he was there, but I was so interested in the history of this guy. I think his name was like Dr. Snow. Oh. Yeah, I was so interested in the history the guy was going to meet. My buddy sneaks and gets his detector out, starts detecting, because the guy said he could. He's like, yeah, you guys can detect, but then we're hearing the history. I was into that.
Yeah. Yep.
So I finally get my detector out. He's probably been detecting a half an hour. So like the owner saw him and goes, oh, look at, he's got something. And he goes over, he's that's a wheat scent. And he's like, oh, well, those wheats, you guys can keep all the wheat you want, but if you find a gold coin, we're going to split it. So
deal.
Literally the first target I dug up when I got my metal detector out right here. First target, he said, split a gold coin. Well, my first target.
No way. VDB.
1909 SVDB. Wow. It's all right. Well, that's going to my pocket.
Heck yeah. I have all the Wheaties, huh? Thanks. I have all the Wheaties.
Yeah, the rarest meant to be wheat scent. And the only wheat scent I haven't found is the 22. But I got every
Oh, do you? Do you really? Yeah, that's
so I got the 31S, 14D, 11S's.
You got the book and it's all filled up?
Yeah, I got the like old school posters that you got back in the day, and I poked them all in as I went along over the years. Yeah, it was like a blackout bingo with wheat scents, that chart. And it took like probably 7 or 8 years to fill it in. So it was no easy task, but you know, when you're obsessed with metal detecting and you're not having to make so many shovels,
right,
you can go out and get some good stuff.
I always remember watching a video from Zach Bird Adventures, and this one video he did, he was on this property, and he said, this guy, this landowner right here has told me no about 15 times. He goes, and I just keep coming by and saying, I know you're going to tell me no, but I have just got to keep asking because you have the most amazing history on your property. And he would threaten him and get out of here. And he'd just keep coming by and hold his hat in his hand. And he finally got it.
He did.
He did. Yeah. He said, you're so persistent. I'm just going to give it to you.
Nice.
Yeah, I've waited years to get on spots. I've had people contact me like 2-3 years after I asked them. I gave them a card, and they contact me and say, "Hey, you want to come metal detect?"
So the time is now.
Yeah. And so the thing is it really isn't. Don't give up. Don't be annoying, but don't give up on the spots. And the other thing is that I've ran into a few times is like you're trying to get on it and they're saying no, but they're right, but they're really old.
Yeah.
So then a few years go by and so the house for sale, something like that, and then you get on it. I've had that happen, and then I've actually detected my own family's land, like a house I didn't remember from my childhood. I was there when I was maybe 1 to 3 years old, and I found a 45 Walking Liberty half that my own blood probably dropped.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that. Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finding something on my old family would just be ideal. I've got this great grandfather, 8 acres that we still need to hunt in Kansas, and we just haven't been there yet. It's all, abandoned, and just the land is there. But God, if I could find something that said King on it or has a K on it or something on that property,
it's so cool.
Yeah, and you could find that stuff in those newspapers. You could find out, like my my dad's grandpa, he owned a saloon. It was called the Heine's Heidelberg. And
Heine's Heidelberg.
Yeah, yep, Heine's Heidelberg. And I found the newspaper articles of him standing in it, pictures and.
That's so cool.
That give you goosebumps? That would have gave me goosebumps.
Right?
It's pretty cool to see that stuff, because my family had never seen that. So to get to see it, they put it on their genealogy website. So really cool stuff to see. Cool. But you can find out that history, and you can find out maybe your family was maybe he was like a wizard or a snake oil guy that he had his name on, like a Dr. J. Townsend sarsaparilla bottle, right. A Dr.
So cool.
King,
yeah.
Could you imagine like from the 1860s, a bottle with your name embossed on it from a doctor or something like that? Oh my gosh.
That'd be so
There's
cool.
people that have had that happen. They've dug bottles with their family name on it. And they've been in that place forever. So
hey, look at this. Everyone look at this. We just had a guest join us. We have a special guest coming on with us right now. Amazing. Let's bring her on. It's Debbie from Minelab. Debbie, let's bring you up. Ta-da!
I'm here.
Oh, Debbie, how are you?
I'm good, guys. How are you guys doing?
Good. Yep. Everybody, Debbie, everybody. Debbie's with Minelab, unless you don't know, and great metal detecting company for sure. Great metal detectors. Okay. Do you know Casey? Debbie, have you ever met?
Yes, I do. How you doing, Case? It's been a while.
Good, Debbie. Missed you at the hunt this year.
Oh yeah, unfortunately,
people were sad. They were sad that you weren't there.
I was sad that I was at home. So trust me.
I hope your hands are okay, though.
They're getting much better. So
good.
Thank you for bringing that up.
We
Lulu's outside in the rain.
What's that?
Lulu's outside in the rain because I don't know, when I was waiting to come in, I don't know if you saw it, but she got right in front of the camera.
Oh, that's all right.
That.
Yeah. If you need to tend to her, just you go ahead and do it. No problem.
No worries.
Yeah, I always have one here comes in here, barks for no reason. Like, I'm on the air, dog. Well, hey, welcome. Good to see you again. It's been a while, man. I think that maybe Oklahoma might have been the last time we saw her.
Yeah.
When you were debuting the Manticore here in the United States. That was a lot of fun.
And Casey, I think the last time I saw you was at the Show Me last year, right? Yep.
Yeah.
And those Minelab gloves I got lasted me 1 year. I've never had a pair of gloves last me that long. It's usually like a couple months.
So now they're bad now?
I bought more from Heath, History Seekers.
Just call me.
I had a pair. They were going strong, and then I lost when I left it out in the field. And then I was like, so do I continue just wearing one glove like Michael Jackson, or do I try to put some other ones on? I have some cut resistance one I get from work that I wear, but it's still in the back of my car for sure.
I know somebody I think that can hook you up with a pair.
Okay, that'd be good.
There you go.
You know a person that knows a person?
I know somebody.
I do.
So where are you? You travel a lot. Are you you said you're at home with your dog, so you're not traveling.
I'll be home now until I can't do any more events this month, but then I'll start again in May. So I'll be in Australia at the beginning of May for our partner conference where we bring the dealers out there.
Wow.
And then from there at the end of May, this was a really good segment. A little segue. I like that. I just caught on to it. I'm slow. But at the end of May, we are going to do Masters of Metal at the Rush to the Rockies.
Yeah. Woo!
All right.
Ding, ding,
It's only taken 2 years to figure this out.
We have wanted you here. We've been talking about it.
It's been in the works for a while. It's going to make it twice as special.
Yep. And everyone, Tony's putting the links in the chat. We'll put them down below in the description as well. But you can head on over there to the Masters of Metal in Colorado and sign yourself up. People may not know what Masters of Metal is. Debbie, you want to explain that?
So what it is, it's a team competition. And you have a team of 3 people that will participate. And then you'll have a named alternate, that in case somebody gets sick or can't make it to the championships or whatever, you have someone to put into play. And there's 4 competitions, and this is really for anyone, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned veteran, because we'll have the target ID hunt, which will have 20 targets and 5 minutes to determine what they are. So you'll have a card that'll have 20 blank spots and then 25 choices. And trust me, no one does good on it. So
I've heard.
It's tough.
It is tough. I try to make it tough too. But good. And then you have a token hunt. And then there's a token hunt that'll last for an hour. And we go in shifts. So if we have a maximum 20 teams, there's only 20 people in the field at a time. So your first member will go in for 10 minutes. The next one will go in for 20. And the third member will go in for 30. Mm-hmm. And then we have gold panning, which I will put 4 scoops of dirt in a 15-inch gold pan with 4 pickers. And it's how fast you can find them. And you have up to 5 minutes to do that.
Wow.
And then the last one is called a claim jumper, where that field where the token hunt is, which is 200 by 200 feet, is sectioned off in 50-foot sections, 50 feet by 200 feet. And one member of each team will be in that first section, and they will have to find something, whatever I deem. So, for example, you might have to find a red pull tab amongst 300 silver ones.
Wow.
Once you find it, then your next team member can go into the second section, do it, find what they have to find, and so on. Mm-hmm. So for the target ID, your team points are based on accuracy. On token hunt, they're based on how many you find. On goal panning, it's timed. And then on the claim jumper, it's the order that you finish.
Oh, wow.
So we just did in Dickstock in North Carolina and Arkansas at the Ozarks hunt. And, you might be down at the bottom after you do target ID, but it switches so many different times.
Yeah.
And it's just a blast, and everybody has a good time. And that's the most important thing.
Yeah. I've seen them go on. We've been talking about it a couple of years, kind of was really excited and have seen them go on at other hunts. So I'm really happy you were able to bring that to our hunt this year. And in case you don't know what we're talking about, Rush to the Rockies 2025 is May 30th, 31st, and June 1st here in Kiowa, Colorado. It's a 3-day. We're actually having the hunts over 2 days, but Friday is sort of the day you come and check in and get to meet everyone and see the site. And it's a seeded metal hunt, so we don't really have too many wild places we could put a bunch of people on, but we do have a nice seeded hunt put on by the Eureka Treasure Hunters Club, who's been around since 1973 and active. One of the best clubs in the United States, one of the largest clubs, and one of the most well-organized clubs, I will say. And we put on a great hunt. And if you're interested, just head over to eurekathc.org, or you can just Google Rush to the Rockies and you'll find your way over to us. But yeah, that's Masters of Metal, man, coming to Colorado this year.
Finally.
We are so excited, Debbie. We are.
Thank you. I'm excited to be there. And literally everybody, we have been working on this since I did the first one in 2022, I think it was.
Yeah.
And I can remember being in my garage, because I was cleaning my garage, on the phone with Jeff, and you were having a board meeting. So everybody was in there.
Right.
And we were trying to figure out if we could pull it off that year, and we couldn't. Yeah. Then last year there was none. So we worked out this year.
Yeah.
And if you're participating in Masters of Metal, you will not miss anything in the Rush to the Rockies hunt.
Right.
So we kind of maneuver together.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Love that. That's so cool.
Now, there is some restrictions about if you've Casey, have you ever hunted? Have you ever done the competition, Casey?
No.
Haven't done it yet?
Not unfortunately, because I'm like, nobody does good. Well, maybe this guy will here. But,
yeah. Colorado's not too far, Casey, from Utah.
I really
that, right?
Yeah.
We're looking for an extra team member. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
There you go.
Yeah, Missouri was 1,400 miles one way, and that was rough.
Yeah,
that's a long.
Yeah, we're not that far.
We're not that far.
Yeah.
We were making it both the last hunts. We were making up teams because somebody didn't know about it and would walk up to the table and say, "I want to do it." Yeah. So we're taking names and phone numbers and just making teams.
That's funny. So, hey, you, come over here.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Come on over here. We got to get a team together. Yeah.
I did forget to mention too that the first place team will win $2,500. The second place team will win $1,500, and the third place team wins $1,100. And then you're also invited to the championships in Alabama at the Alabama Gold Camp in October.
In October.
Yep.
Did you hear that? Where else can you find an opportunity to win $2,500, $1,500, or $1,000 for third place? That's incredible. That's incredible. Like, it's good.
You know what that means? I'm going to have to request time off for October because I'm sorry, but we're going to win it this time.
We're so confident.
I'm planning ahead.
Taking time off in October, and we're finding the Airbnb in Alabama we can get into. How's that for confidence?
Some really nice ones there.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. So yeah, isn't there some restrictions though if you've already won at previous hunts?
Yeah, so if we're trying to keep it that you can only do one regional event. I did have some people that wanted to do it again that didn't qualify, and it's kind of based on how many teams we have. If we're only getting 2 teams, then I have no problem opening it up if somebody else wants to show up. But technically it's 20 teams is the max. You can only do it once, and then no pulse detectors. You can use any brand of metal detector. It does not matter. If it's not Minelab, you can still participate.
If it's a Minelab, they start like 10 minutes back, like 10 minutes.
No, they just give you first place right away because they know you're going to dominate. That's why Ken wants me on his team.
Yeah, right. Just because you have the Manicore, right? That's it. Look at that thing in the back there. What is that thing, Tony?
It's glowing. It's got
glowing.
the brand new M9. I just got the M9 coil. So man, oh my gosh.
That coil's amazing.
Gosh.
Debbie, I will tell you, and I'm not. Go ahead, quick, Casey. Go ahead.
You guys won't believe this, but no joke. I promise this. I'm not lying. Okay, I bought that M9 coil, put it on my Manticore. The first thing I dug up. First thing. I'm not lying. First thing.
Uh-oh. Whoa.
1911 Barber half. I thought someone was playing a joke on me.
You thought it fell off the coil, like maybe they planted it there and taped it to the bottom of it?
You can see it was in the ground, like this part here was exposed where this side.
Oh my gosh, dude.
See, it was out of the
That's a big coin.
Sand. But a sagebrush bush had died, and I swung that M9 coil right next to the roots, and it sounded like a sword. Swing through the air.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what? And this town there's no good clear bangers like that. It was shocking to find, but I'm not kidding. First thing I dug up.
Did you read the disclaimer on the coil?
No.
Good finds with the M9. Go to Debbie.
Go to Debbie. Yeah,
I missed
right on the bottom of the packaging. You guys got to do
that. From what I've heard, people, that's turned out to be the favorite coil.
Oh my gosh. It's
separation and depth.
I've used it twice. I used it once in a spot that we have just absolutely pounded. My first target was a wheat penny. My second target was a pocket knife, and my third was an 1880 Indian head. And in an area
we don't find coins.
Yeah, we don't find coins.
We don't find coins out there. Yeah.
Oh, that's
and then I took it out last weekend and absolutely I've got 2 bags full of stuff here.
Yeah.
A video coming out probably this weekend, Stagecoach Stop, and just absolutely overly impressed. Overly impressed is a kind word.
Yeah,
just blows my mind how much separation, like Casey was saying, separation and depth. Forget it. It's knocks it out of the park.
And I'm not kidding you, Debbie. I'm not blowing smoke. 100%. No. I'm going to tell the story. We saw you in Oklahoma when you first brought the Manticore to the United States. You had kind of previewed it over there.
50 degrees, if I remember correctly.
That's right.
It was a little moist.
It was that meeting and previewing that machine that made Tony go out and buy one when it was available, right?
Yep.
He went ahead and got one. And I've been detecting with Tony since 2016, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We started together, YouTube channels together. Like we both been kind of digging partners ever since. So I've seen his evolution of a detectorist, you know what I'm saying? And He's always been good, but his detecting has changed threefold, fourfold since he got the Manticore. I have seen him dig more good targets and be more selective and not dig as much trash than I've seen him ever before he got that machine. And that's not blowing smoke. I've seen a noticeable difference in all of our years of detecting together. So
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool compliment.
He hasn't seen the M9 in action yet, though, but he will.
About it.
He will.
I heard all about it.
Oh, I told you a lot about it.
He rubs it in my face all the time. This place we hunted out, I'm still finding stuff up here. M9.
That's why no place is ever hunted out.
Just not.
That's
inches
true.
And angles.
Never.
Man. Inches and angles.
Never.
Well,
that's great to hear, though.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, and Casey's supporting Rush to the Rockies this year too. Well, we love all of our sponsors that are coming out to support us here in Colorado. Really good group of people. We always have a great turnout. People always usually come over and have a good time. And so come on out and hang out with Tony and I and Debbie. And, we would love to have you out here for 3 days in Colorado. There's talk of you guys come out a little early. We might get together and do some detecting. I know Tony's on a ranch where he's kind of opening it up to camping, right? You kind of have some land out there that you're opening up.
Yeah, land to
He's
camp
closer to
is
the place,
we're only 10 minutes or 15 minutes from Rush to the Rockies, and we've got an old homestead on the property too. So that's where I found the Indian head. So come join us. Come camp out with me.
I'm ready.
Let's
I'm ready to go. Let's go.
I haven't talked him into putting on a big barbecue yet, but we'll see what we can do.
I'm sure there'll be some whiskey.
Probably 100%. I'm sure.
So did you guys want me to sign up your team right now?
Yeah, we're gonna go online probably tomorrow and get that done.
Yeah, we need. Yeah, you know what? We've got a lot of friends in the club, and we're just trying to figure out who our third and who our alternate would be. It's gonna be rough. We have so many people that are just great detectors.
So many great detectorists. Yeah,
so many great detectors.
A couple different teams.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great time. People. I'm really anxious. Really anxious.
It will be a really good time. I was really happy that we had at both Arkansas and in North Carolina, we had teams that had younger kids in it. I mean, they were 6. We had a 12-year-old. Their team finished second place.
Wow.
A 16-year-old, I think it was. So it was really neat to see generations doing it together.
Oh, wow.
And the people that were really smart with how they planned it with having a younger person on their team for the 30-minute part of the token hunt, that's who's going in for 30 minutes because everybody else isn't.
See, that's smart.
We do not, I'll be quite honest and upfront, we don't bury it. You might have some buried at 2 inches, but we also have some buried at 18 inches, some at 12 inches. So it's not just like a normal seeded hunt.
All right.
We make it a little tough.
Well, I know we just heard about, the decision to bring it to our hunt, and we haven't had a committee meeting yet since then. We've got it scheduled. It is going to be one hell of a committee meeting, Debbie. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
You wait. We're going to have 16, 17 people absolutely losing their mind. Talking about really everything. We got to consider everything, So make sure Jeff knows all the requirements and everything, within the next week, so we can make sure that when we hit that committee meeting, we're taking care of you. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I promised I'd have the layout and everything for him tomorrow.
Oh, okay, good, excellent.
Sweet.
Yeah. He's your guy for sure. We're so excited. We'll continue to scream it from the rafters, of course, and let people know. I know I reached out to James Huntley and kind of talked with him about it and kind of, try to advertise over on his Facebook page. We'll be putting it out more and more for sure. I like the new post you put out. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
That. Oh man, but hey, Case, what's that? Yeah,
it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be fun. If you guys have any questions about it, either about that or our hunt or the Masters of Metal, you know how to get hold of Tony or I. You can find me at dk@adventuresindirt.com and just send me a message and I'll be sure to get that out to you. Any information you're looking for. And what I don't know, I'll ask Tony. And if he doesn't know, you're just kind of out of luck, I think.
And I don't have a specific email that's like, at Adventures. I'll just be at Walmart. Just bump into me at Walmart. You can ask me there. I'm not cool enough to have a big, cool website.
Sure you do. Don't kid. Don't kid. Well, Casey, we had you on to talk about, what do you think, Casey, what's your best selling shovel, do you think? First of all, when did you come up with the separation, the sort of traveling? That is so unique. That is so cool.
I think I started dabbling in that in 2017, 2018, and the design has changed many times. So it's come a long way, but I tried all sorts of different ideas and kind of came to the conclusion that this is going to be the simplest, best way to make the connection. Yeah. But I had this one where I screwed it together. Well, guess what? It constantly came unscrewed. So yeah, that one was a no-go. But I save them all. I save my failures to remind me.
That's right.
I think the last time we had you on, you were talking about just developing it. Like it was in development. You may have even had some prototypes, but you're like, yeah, it was a big hush.
I think he debuted it. Yeah, he debuted it or something special that time.
Like, you know what's coming up, Ken, Tony? This is what's coming up.
This is it.
Yeah, kicking that around. And now you got everything going on now, and you got a patent now, man. Congratulations on your patent.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Isn't that cool?
I have my red and black one.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I like to be color coordinated,
Yeah, gotta have the red and black. Matches.
I don't know where red and black came from. Jeez.
Yeah, Casey sent some really cool ones for our Colorado hunt. Last time we had a hunt, it was really cool, man. Casey, I'm sure I told you. I'm sure I sent you pictures, but people were really stoked to win tokens that receive those for sure. Mm-hmm. And you talked about doing a giveaway tonight, Casey, didn't you? We talked about maybe doing that, and we should do that. You know what you need to do? You need to come up with a word. Look at that.
Nice.
Unsheath that baby. Look at that. That is just.
Oh, I like that.
That's cool.
American flag on. That's awesome.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh, it's got at the end too.
Nice. Got a nice little glow sticker. So,
do you call that something special?
What, this hand digger?
Mm-hmm.
This would come from the Build Your Hand Digger section on my website. You can choose normal serrations like this or reverse serrations, and you can choose if you want them. You can have no serrations too if you want. It comes from the Build Your Excalibur, like this one here.
Look at that.
I like the double edge.
You got this for normal, and this is reversed. So when you pull, it cuts.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool! Isn't that cool? That is so
I was just going to ask why you had the reverse.
Yeah,
so you can pull, cut.
Right,
it kind of helps in a different
around the circle.
Matters. So whatever they get their choice of these colors here that I have. We got a nice purple that they could pick, the winner, or one of my favorite. I call this Blackbeard's Gold.
Oh, that. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, you know what would be good for? Oh my gosh, we could do an all gold one and give it away as an award in the club. Like the Golden Digger Award. Oh my god!
And for those that, if you have a girlfriend that doesn't necessarily like when you're out digging, which has happened to me a lot, get her this one.
There you go.
There you go.
That's the one Teresa Treasure Hunter has. She has a pink one.
Man, that thing's glowing.
And you know what's funny is people buy these pink shovels and pink hand diggers for their girlfriends, and then I see pictures of them using them.
Yeah, what you're gonna do? It's a good hand digger, man.
It's like that Simpsons episode with the bowling ball. It's Marge's gift.
That's hilarious.
Casey, you know what you need to do? You need to pick out a word that people will type into the chat. That the machine will pick out from it. Hashtag whatever word you come up with.
Well, I'm a very simple man. So Excalibur.
There you go.
With the UR.
With the UR, one L, don't put two L's on it like I did earlier. I was like, Excalibur got to have two L's in it. All right. So Tony's going to put that up. Go ahead, Debbie.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
I think with every good digging tool, you need a detector. So why don't we add a Xterra Elite?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Nope. Yeah. No, I'm not kidding you.
Wow.
All right. Now what do we do, Tony?
Do we want to do separate giveaways or just as one?
You want to do it as a package, Debbie? That's pretty generous of you.
Completely up to you guys.
Wow. Okay.
Let's see. Let's do them separately. Let's do them separate. Yeah, let's get two winners tonight.
Yeah, that way
that's awesome.
Because Casey can mail his out and then Debbie can mail. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Make sure you guys are typing it in #Excalibur just like it's written on the screen there. Yep. Make sure you spell it correctly. You don't need caps. You don't need any of that kind of stuff. Just #Excalibur.
Yep.
And you'll see right over here, it's collecting each time that you type it. You only have to type it in once. It will kick out duplicates, but make sure that you guys are in for the Excalibur right now.
Yep. That's cool.
Wow.
Debbie, be thinking of a word that we can make yours next. We'll get to that next. So yeah, if you're lurking in the background, you're just listening into the podcast, come on in. Oof. Make sure you put in #Excalibur and you'll get your choice of colors, right, Casey? And that beautiful sheath.
Colors I have here.
Beautiful sheath.
Yeah, sheath, nice leather sheath with it.
Excellent. Does somebody make the sheath for you, or are you putting those together too?
I'm that guy that likes to blame himself. So I make it.
Oh, cool, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow. Mm-hmm. All handmade, all made in the USA.
Many talents. Man,
yep. That's what I do at night when I'm supposed to be sleeping.
Yeah.
I make the sheaths. And then the day I make 3 shovels because, the neighbors can't get mad at me until 10 o'clock.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
They're like, shut the stitching machine off over there, Casey.
Yeah, they're like, quit dyeing that leather. That brush stroke's too loud.
That's right. Quit hammering on those shovels, bud. It's 11:30.
It's all the grinding.
We got to come out and visit you. I think we need to come out and hunt you.
I think we will.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're going to go to Utah soon.
I got lots of good places to go, and I love asking permission. I don't mind if somebody says no, but the enthusiasm you put behind when you're asking is the secret to getting on permissions. And I get on, honestly, like 60-70% of the time. I get on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And, the one thing to explain to them too that I do personally, I don't know if it is great for other people to use, but I tell them I don't sell this stuff. I keep it all. And I got like a small museum's worth. And so if there's something you want, you can have it.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I would put it out that way. And so many people have been so nice to me that I don't mind one bit sharing.
Except for the $20 Mormon gold coin. That's where you draw the line.
What are you talking about? I've never found one of those. What are you talking about?
Yes.
All right, we're getting there. #Excalibur.
Hurry up.
EALIBUR.
81 entries.
Time. Let's go. We're running time. We're going to give you just a couple more minutes, and then Tony's going to pull the trigger. And what we do, this little tool we use right here, we'll just randomly pick somebody that has typed that into the chat.
Yep. Last call. Excalibur. #Excalibur.
I think we're already there. We got 81 entries. That's pretty good.
Yep. 81. All right. You ready?
All right,
3,
let's do it.
2, 1. All right, guys. Let's draw this. Good luck to everybody.
Good luck, everybody.
Actually, what do we need to do once they get called here, Ken?
They can email me and I'll get information over to Casey.
Okay.
They can email me at dk@adventuresindirt.com. And then we will, there you go. He's putting it at the bottom of the screen if you happen to be watching the replay. And then I can get all the information over to Casey. Good luck, everybody. Here we go.
Here we go. Good luck for an awesome hand digger and sheath. Yep, there it is.
Please do me.
And the winner is Get that treasure. ETT.
Congratulations.
Ding, ding.
Get that treasure.
That's great. Love that name, man. You know what? And you're going to get that treasure with your new Excalibur hand digger. Mm-hmm. So you'll just, here's what you do. You email me at dk@adventuresindirt.com, all one word. You're going to tell me the color, right, Casey?
Yeah.
You can go on the website and see what the color
I will
options
make
are.
one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. and then we will get that and the sheath right out to you. Casey will send that to you. What a generous offer there, Casey. We appreciate it, man. All that hard work to just give it to somebody. Yeah, we love it, buddy. Thank you so much.
One last sniff of this wonderful leather.
I love the smell of new leather, man. That's awesome.
Oh, it
Get
smells
that
so
treasure.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Hey, we're not done. We're not done, guys.
Done. That's amazing. Like, I knew Debbie was going to come on, like, talk about her appearance with Masters of Metal. I wasn't expecting a metal detector, man. That's pretty amazing.
That's amazing.
All right, what are we doing, Debbie?
Hashtag
doing Xterra Elite is the detector, and let's do at Masters of Metal.
Masters of Metal. All right, Tony, you want to put that up? Hashtag Masters of Metal, all one word, no space. Masters with an S, metal with no S. Masters of Metal. Everyone put that in. Hashtag Masters
Get in the
of Metal
chat there
for your chance.
Let's see that.
And
let's see it fly.
Elite.
Xterra Elite.
Sweet.
Woo.
Sweet. Man, that was amazing, Debbie.
Thank you so much, Debbie. That's amazing.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
We got to celebrate being in Colorado.
So. Yeah, my gosh.
We're going to have such a good time. And you,
the only thing I worry about, here's what I worry about. This is what keeps me up at night.
Just one thing, huh?
That's it. This is all the time. I just think about this constantly. We're not going to have anybody to run the event. Like, you're going to have to be like, you guys are over there. But like Debbie said, there should be no interference with sort of the event.
We will not make interference.
You want to come out if people want to come and attend the event and be active in Masters of Metal. We were, but I'm just like, man,
guilty.
I know a lot of people are going to want to team up for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait for this. I've been looking forward to this for a while.
We have lots of land, Debbie, so we'll be able to definitely accommodate everything we need to put this together. We might even have some people that'd be willing to kind of help out, and we got
that would be very helpful.
We have a lot of volunteers, and really excited to have you. So I'm sure we'll be able to accommodate anything you need there.
Awesome. You know, I want to mention too, just we didn't go over it. So there is a fee to do Masters of Metal that is not part of Rush to the Rockies, and it's $50 for the entire team. And
for the entire team,
all team members, including the alternate, will get a Masters of Metal hat, dry fit shirt, and a string backpack.
There you go.
Okay. With your chance to win first, second, third prize money. My gosh. Wow.
How about it? You guys want to spend $50 to shot?
Yeah, I know. I'm
500, 1,500 or 1,000. Man,
what excuse is there for you not to do this? There's not one. Come on.
That's really cool, man.
Well, you know what?
It's a fun event too. Like
right.
We've done some of those things at some of our hunts, man. We used to have a guy that laid plywood down. He had a grid system and he'd put different finds underneath the grid. And we'd try to identify the different things. Like we've done those at our hunts, and it's hard. It's really hard, but fun. It's a lot of fun, you know.
Well, we did the first regional was in Florida in November, and we had done the original Masters of Metal was done in Florida the year before.
Yeah.
And this time, now that people knew what it was, I walked in the parking lot and people have their own concoctions made up practicing with the board and signing the numbers. So they're practicing what I'm putting in the ground, which no one can ever figure out. So
right. No, that's smart. They're trying to get their head tuned into it.
That's treasure fever right there.
It is. It is. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, Masters of Metal. Hashtag Masters of Metal. No space. Masters with an S. Metal without an S. 10 more seconds.
Correct.
Good luck, everybody.
No silent cues. There's no cues in there.
There's no cues.
So leave that out.
The silent P is missing.
All right, 83 people.
Cool.
For an Xterra Pro. Here we go, guys. Good luck to everybody. Again, have the winner. Send your email over to dk@adventuresindirt.com.
Yep. I'll pass it on to Debbie.
Or nudge me at Walmart. Here we go. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck, everyone. Thanks for showing up tonight.
And thank you, Debbie.
Who's it going to be?
It's not me, unfortunately. FLX Detector.
FLX Detectorist. Flex. FLX.
Awesome.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Excellent. Yep. Pretty consistent watcher and commenter here. So congratulations, man. FLX.
Awesome.
We like it when people have names like that because we could just abbreviate it to FLX. Like, hey, thanks, FLX. You know what I mean? Yeah, congratulations. FLX, make sure you email me at dk@adventuresindirt.com and we'll get information right over to Debbie, and I'm sure she'll get that right out to you.
Yeah.
Man, amazing. Both you guys, Casey, Debbie, amazing support of our community. And that's exactly what you're looking for in a manufacturer, in a supplier of our, our community. I mean, that's what we are. We're a community. And, Debbie, I know you and Minelab, you're out there beating the sticks like constantly. You're like a constant in the community at all the events. Aren't there so many events these days? Like, isn't it crazy compared to just like 5 years ago?
Right.
It just exploded.
It's good, and there's a lot more people doing it and newer people doing it, which is what is neat.
Yeah.
Well, you can see FLX here says, I have a young man in mind for that detector. So bring it in the next generation.
Excellent. That's great.
It's not, and his name is not Casey. Nice try.
I'm not really that anymore.
And Casey, you too, man. I've seen that, things have grown for you. That's awesome. And, you make a wonderful product. Like, shovels are so important for us as detectorists, and to have a nice quality shovel. I love my Sir K. I may end up getting that Merlin because Merlin. Yeah. I have a feeling there's one of those in my future too. Well, Christmas is coming up at some point. Yeah. Look at that. Beautiful.
Wow. That's so sharp, man.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's shiny. I like it.
Yeah. Cool.
I want to keep it for myself, but I can't.
That's right.
You could.
This is my hybrid of a hand digger and a shovel.
You know what? Who would love that? Who, Tony? Who uses those?
Oh, Charlie.
Charlie. Over at
Charlie from Stealth Diggers. He's got the small one.
Yeah, loves the small one. Yeah, he gets on his knees and he just chops away at the leaves. He digs in the trees a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. Got the ball
handle.
Ball handle. How many different handles you got?
I got the ball handle and a D handle and a T handle. And the sax digger, you can get a pistol grip handle.
No, you can't.
Turn it 90 degrees, the handle from a T handle. So it's a pistol grip. You can get that. Some people have been liking them. The other thing people have been liking is this.
I don't have any like show and tell. This is not good.
Come on, Debbie. You didn't bring the show and tell.
They like the camo.
The camo's cool. See,
that's really cool.
That's what I'm gonna get.
That's what Tony's getting.
I saw that tab on your website here, excaliburshovels.com. I saw shop all, build your Excalibur, and then there's one that says camo.
Except you would lose it, Tony.
And those lengths,
the places we dig, you would lose it.
That's true.
You can get
one of those clappers on it.
You can get a massive in length shovel. This one here is 50 inches. 17 to 51 inches is what I offer every inch.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Look at that.
I don't think I'll need them that long.
Yeah. That's me. I'm getting old. I'm getting older.
You know what though?
That's it.
You know when that would really come in handy? It comes in handy when you're digging around moose.
Especially pregnant moose that just delivered babies.
I could have used that one to create some distance.
Yeah.
I've had my run-ins with moose.
Yeah, I bet you have.
Not fun.
Where I found that Mormon half dime that was a Mormon drop. Yeah, there was a moose, and I just came around a turn, and it was right there. It was sitting on the ground like the Sphinx. It scared me. I screamed. I let out a little scream. Then a few minutes later, some like 90-year-old lady came walking past it and didn't even care.
Yeah, isn't it crazy?
And I was too scared to go past it.
I was up in Wyoming looking for the Forest Fen treasure a number of years ago, and me and my stepson, we were way back, and we were in the middle of nowhere, and we were in grizzly country. So I was just like looking out for grizzlies constantly. And this big brown furred giant animal jumped up out of the bushes, and my life flashed before my eyes. I just thought, here we go. This is it. Because it was so fast and it was so concealed, and it was a mama moose, but she didn't have a baby with her, and went the other way, thankfully. But boy, I bet you were 5 pounds lighter after that. We had to clean ourselves up at the gas station, but yeah.
So I've been up in Wyoming doing some metal detecting. I was getting a hotel room one night up there, and the guy at the counter said, "Hey, what brings you out?" And I'm like, "I like to treasure hunt and metal detect." And he's all, "The guy that found the Forest Fen treasure stayed here the day he found it."
Oh, no way, really?
He said that he helped him carry this giant thing into his hotel room. He said he wanted to be on the bottom floor. He had all these things that he asked. He didn't say what was going on. Nobody knew what was going on. But the guy that found it stayed at the hotel that I was staying at.
There's a new hunt out. There's a new hunt out. Hello, doggy. Hello, doggy.
Hi, Lulu.
That's Lulu.
Yeah, Lulu.
Could you imagine if someone went and found that found one of these treasures that's buried, and they just didn't say anything. They just kept it,
I thought he invited people to, he invited people. He said, at least take 30 days and think about what you want to do before you, contact me or anything. So yeah, it'd be amazing. Cause people would still be looking for it. People would probably still be getting hurt looking for it. And there's a new treasure hunt. There's a brand new one out. Very similar. As an homage to Forest Fen. Yep.
Yeah.
It's called Beyond the Map's Edge with Justin Posey. You can look that up. There's a poem just like Forest's. There's a treasure chest similar to Forest's, and it's got a lot of the Forest Fen treasure in that box that he bought on auction. So
was that on the Netflix series that I just watched?
Sure, it was.
Green and Gold.
Okay.
See anybody familiar on the third episode? Wink.
Yeah, this guy right here. He was on it.
As long as it wasn't, I'm not going to say anything. Never mind.
I wasn't digging boulders. You're good. We're good.
We heard their.
How'd you know?
We heard that they're changing the name of it to Kenflix now.
Kenflix. Yeah, they didn't send me my royalties, so I'm going to own that company someday. It's a good series. Anybody haven't seen it, go check it out. Gold and Greed.
It was good
on Netflix. They did a really good job with it. But the guy in the show actually reveals that he's now hidden the treasure. And here we go again. It's going to be crazy.
Yep. Off and running again.
Well, when he said that, because he's sitting in front of all those monitors behind him, I took a picture of the screen going, "It's got to be here. Something's here."
Ken's got shots of every single scene he was in.
Every single thing he showed up with. I've noticed the
differences. We're analyzing the cup.
Things switched, times changed. It's all kinds of stuff going on there.
Ken's going to find it this time.
I'm going to find it this time. I love those things. So listen, guys, we're going to let you go. Thanks for giving up your time tonight to come here, entertain us at Relics Radio, give away some amazing things to our listeners and stuff. And anything you guys want to say, we'll put you down in the green room. Thanks again for both coming. Both great representatives of great companies and great people to hang out with and talk to. So Debbie, I'll give you your sort of final words and then we'll let you go.
Just I want to thank you guys and thank Casey for letting me butt in here on your night. Love you guys. I love everybody that is out detecting, and I hope everybody shows up for Rush to the Rockies and Masters of Metal. I guarantee they'll have a good time.
Yeah. Awesome. I absolutely agree. Thank you. Casey, how about you?
Well, customer satisfaction is my goal. It is paramount for me. So if anybody ever has any problems or anything, contact me and we'll get you taken care of. I do not abandon my customers. I will take care of you. If you need a warranty claim, even if you've done something yourself, I'm going to take care of you. And I'll look out for you. I will cover your stupidity at least a handful of times.
Yeah, put that in writing, buddy.
We do.
You heard it here.
It's an investment to get a shovel, and I'm not kidding. These shovels will outlast 3 to 5 of these other shovels that you can get, and that nothing anecdotal about it. That's the truth.
Yeah. Well, I can testify that they're absolutely awesome, and since I got mine, they have evolved even more. So. Can't wait to meet up with you again and take a look at some of your new iterations. And I hope you would come out to Rush to the Rockies if you could. It'd be great to see you. But
I will. I really want to come out. But when someone wins one of these shovels, tell them hit the concrete with it, or hit something with the spade with the edge, and see what happens. Because the hardening process, which I'm working on getting patented. It is incredible now, and you can dig through the sidewalk concrete with them. It might take you a day or two to get through, but that's what you can do with these shovels. I put everything. I use the finest materials, the best materials available, and I'm always trying to get better and evolve to make the digging process, recovery speed faster.
Here's what I like about you too, Casey, is you detect.
Yep.
You're not just a manufacturer
one
of
us.
a piece of equipment. You're one of us. You guys have all heard it tonight as we've talked to him about hunting in the ghost towns and the share of our love of this hobby, absolutely addicted to it. And he makes a great product that will assist you in your addiction. So, yeah, man, thank you so much for coming on, and love you and your product, man. It's just, it's amazing to see somebody so passionate make such a great product for us in the community. Thank you so much, man.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me on. It's an honor to be on the Relics Radio. I used to listen to it back in the day, and I was like, oh, I want to be on there.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Tony and I
anytime,
did too.
man.
We were like, oh my gosh. And now we're kind of hosting it, man. It's a pretty amazing stuff. Hey, hang out in the green room, would you, Casey? And we'll get right to you as soon as we close the show down.
Cool.
All right, bud. Thanks. Appreciate it. Great show tonight, man. Holy
amazing
cow.
show. How many? I mean, we give away an incredible hand digger. We give away an awesome metal detector. Just the support, like you said, man, the support for the community.
Yeah.
Great people out there taking care of everybody, and we absolutely nailed it tonight on who all was here.
Yeah.
Great turnout, great support. Excellent. You know, love all the support. Love all you guys listening, supporting us, supporting Minelab, supporting Excalibur for sure. So, yep. I've got a video coming out this weekend about metal detecting in the plains of Colorado. We found some good stuff. We talked about it earlier, and you guys are going to want to tune into that. Check out 5280 Adventures on YouTube, all the social media, 5280 Adventures, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. So find me over there and leave me some comments. Love talking with you guys. Talk with people all day long, usually on Facebook. So leave me some comments. Love it, guys.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yep. You can find me anywhere, the Adventures in Dirt, anywhere on social media. I don't have a video coming out this weekend, but I do have one coming out soon where I'm going to talk all about this new treasure hunt, the Justin Posey Beyond the Map's Edge treasure hunt. We're going to talk about Forest Fend. I didn't think I'd be ever mentioning that hunt again, but look at us now. We're talking about it again. Brand new hunt. Maybe we'll kick around some clues. Trying to get a couple of the researchers in the hunt here on the show. See if we can get Calazars and K-Pro up here from the Calazars YouTube channel and that whole side of that community. It'd be great to kind of cross our communities over. But hey, if you guys go out and dig this weekend, stay safe. Have some fun. The weather's changing, man. We're going to have a great time this season. And if you find something good, tell me about it. DK at Adventures in Dirt. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Thank you so much for listening to Relics Radio. We will see you back here next week for another exciting guest. Until then, get out and dig it all.